Hi, this is Smokie Joe backstage at the Carnival Festival. It's a pre-Carnival event, and I hope this event becomes the first of many because it's well put together. My congratulations goes out to the promoters who are Next Level Promotions, and I'm looking forward to being on the road with Carnival. I'm also working with a radio station called Bang 103.6 FM, young radio station being developed and aiming at bringing through the youths into the entertainment industry, into the present, to being radio presenters. So I look forward to all of that. And I hope that you have a safe and fantastic Carnival. Do we do this thing quick? Smokie Joe backstage at the Calypso Festival with the legendary Roy Cape, a gentleman that I've known for many years. We've come through some long times. How are you doing, Papi?
Fine, Smokie, and it's my pleasure to be sitting close to you.
So how is all the people back home? Stalin, how's my boy Stalin doing?
Fine. He just been playing games with me as he heard that I'm getting a doctorate. So he called me on the phone and I wasn't there. So he said, come on, doctor, you's my only doctor friend. I'm feeling sick. That sounds like Leroy all the way. So it's been a long journey through doing all the Calypso tents with the Roy Cape All Stars. I remember the first time that you decided to go on the road was at Wayne Barclay. Yes.
Right? And since then you've gone...
1989.
And since then you've gone from strength to strength. The artists that you brought on, like Destra, I mean, how do you go about bringing somebody into the band?
Well, in Destra's case, she was recommended by Brian Morris, and we were like family. I was hesitant in having females in the band because I thought the music at that time was not accommodating enough for the females. But he insisted, and he said, Papi, just here, no? And she came in the band room, and really in 1 year, that was it. But she was ready. We had Marvin and Nigel also, Kurt Allen, we like Derek Seal, we had Esther Dyer, Trini Jacobs.
Everybody passes through. And now I'm going to let the cat out the bag because I've been actually working with you on this side of the fence doing mastering and production. I remember when Destra, you called me on the phone and said, Smokie, tell this young lady she's going to be a big star. And I said, if you're with Roy Cape, you're going to be a big star. But I didn't realize how big.
Well, these things happen like that. But from the time I saw her and I heard her sing, she came, her grandfather was a musician. They used to call him Meringue Frankie. I knew him very well when I came out of the orphanage and I started to go to the nightclub. He was playing in the nightclub. So she has came on from a musical family then. And she had her desires. She left a good paying job at McEnany to do this, so she was intent that she was going to survive by this then. Outside of that, Marshall Montano sang with us in Spectacular with Too Young to
Soca.
Too Young to Soca.
Now you currently have got a young lady with you, Rita Jones. So was with the band. She left and she came back. Now I must confess, although we worked on the first single together, tonight is the first time I've actually seen her on stage because you go to Trinidad and I see the recording studios or radio stations to me. But she seems to have come a really long way and developed. You see her, how you see the future for Rita?
She has excellent ability. And if she continue being serious, she should have a bright future. She has a very strong voice and is rich, and she is talented that you don't have to work too hard with her in doing harmonies then.
So she has a great future.
Great future. We had 3 vocals and now we have 2, so there's a lot more work added on her and Black. And she's.
Now, in recent years, I've seen the demise, if you want to put it that way. It might be a strong word, of the big band in Trinidad. A lot of the big bands. I mean, you would go to Carnival, there are 4 or 5 big bands in fit, but you seem to be the last survivor, the big survivor of it. Well, how do you see the future of the big bands in Trinidad?
Well, I think this is a worldwide phenomenon. All over the world, as we know, America had been one of the leading music country in the world, and they of themselves has gone down. Very small. So the whole world, Smokie, everybody trying to make plenty money.
Well, yes, I mean,
it's only us.
And you hold it on. Yeah. But I think we have probably 90% love and 10% business when it comes to this.
Yes. Well, it takes somebody like you, your own self. You was always saving somebody's life by giving them a little more encouragement to live, by recording them and putting out money then. I don't think anybody who has produced records for Trinidad or even the basic Caribbean has made any money. It has been a sacrifice, and a sacrifice of love for your people and your country and the culture that they came out of then.
I think one of the interesting things is great to see people like Blacks come through with the band. I remember when I first recorded Showing with Chester. And one of the people that was very insistent, I think, in bringing through young singers has been Kenny Phillips in Trinidad as a studio.
Kenny's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Fantastic job. Yeah.
And I think he once told me, Smokie, hope is a hell of a thing, you know? When a youngster sees his name on a record, you know there's hope for him. So I think there's a lot of people who've put a lot into this. And I hope you continue to have long life success. And it's good to see you become a doctor. So you join in Stalin and Chalky and the rest of the boys.
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
I spoke to Sparrow about 2 weeks ago. I called him. And I addressed him as Dr. Sparrow. And I chained him. And when I chained him, Smokie, he started to sing Calypso, so he didn't want to stop.
Well, it's still a basic love.
I called him. I said, buddy, this is Roy, your long-time lover. He had one then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an interesting phenomenon when you go to record shops. I mean, I myself had 2 record shops before. That there's certain artists that you can do, you know. And one is you can sell a lot of is Roy K, Baron, and Sparrow. And Kitchener. Yeah. You know, outside these 3 artists, it's very hard to sell a music piece.
You call Kitchener name. I just said that in another interview. And working with Ron Berridge, we had formed Ron Berridge basically was to do Calypso music. Mr. Leslie Samaru had opened the review, which is where that original review came from. And Ron Berridge was transcribing, because in those days the music wasn't documented, I would say, as today, in written music. So the guys used to play from their heads. And all the work Mr. Leslie Summer had done, he had given to Ron Berry to write it in music. We had done the Sniper Portrait of Trinidad, which still plays up to today.
Yep, I know it.
And Kitchener, 66, 67, and 68, when you returned to Trinidad to live, Ron Berry did those 3 albums. And I would hear Calypso connoisseurs say Kitchener 67 album is one of the greatest all-time Calypso album. And we also did Sparrow 68 album with Mr. Walker and Joke and Wood in the Fire and Jane and all these songs.
Well, there's a great heritage. Calypso certainly, I've always said, has been the mother of pop music. People might think that I'm mad when I say that, but I think Calypso music actually is the mother of pop music. You know, I've got Calypso music from 1912. And the pop music industry, believe it or not, is a young industry. It's only 50 years old.
It's young to Calypso.
Exactly. You know, and there's a lot more. We can go on about this, but
Tell my cousin. All right, look at me.
We could go on, but anyway, Roy, I think
I'm
they
finishing.
want to wrap up. So I gotta say thank you. We have to continue this conversation sometime. You know.
All right, Smokie. It's
Nice to
always
see-
a pleasure to talk to you and associate with you because you have put your hand deep in your pocket for myself and many other people like me.
Thank you.
I think you'll get a blessing from God.
I will. I hope. Yes, sir.